Gingras, my wife Alyssa Gingras, and Michael someone with a Q. So today we want to have an open house and just kind of talk about what we're going to be bringing to the table as far as Rock City Boxing, what it's all about. So what Rock City Boxing is it's called Rock City Boxing, but it's going to be about 20% of the boxing. More of it's about getting people out, getting active, getting up, and getting moving around. Try to introduce force exercise to people practicing so they can develop some dopamine within their brain, which is what they're lacking, and that's what's causing a lot of the neuro problems they have, communication between the brain and body. So, you want to talk about some things, Ben?
The forced exercise, guys, that is the key to this whole program. Spiros, could you help me out here with forced exercise?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely scientific evidence that supports the forced exercise. It helps release the dopamine that your dopamine reserves. Help you release more of the dopamine that you have in your brain stored already. So, and that leads to improvement of motor function. So how well you perform long term.
Yeah, and forced exercise is taking you a little bit further than you actually think you can go. That's what's going to release the dopamine. It's going to help you so much. I mean, Mike, when we first met Mike, he was his symptoms were significantly worse than what they are right now. He's probably 60% better. What did you say? It's unbelievable.
If I was like, I'm really worked up right now because I'm a little excited about this program. But I would be all over the place 3 months ago if it was today, as opposed to how I am now. Speech is better, movement's better.
Yeah, we went out to lunch when I first met with him to talk about Rock City Boxing and about going out to Indianapolis and getting certified in this program. And when we were out there, he had to hold on to his arm, and there's lots of stuttering going on. And I know he's just excited about the program, but he had a lot of symptoms that were just flaring up.
It was a daily control. It was a daily thing.
And that was just several short weeks ago, and he's significantly improved since then. It's unbelievable. His speech, everything. It really is amazing.
And Rich is a great coach. He pushes you to where you think you can't go. And Alyssa does as well. They are nice about it, but they push you. What's great about being pushed is medication, we all know, has side effects. The side effects of exercise is you get better. There's no side effects that it doesn't give you dyskinesis. It helps you dyskinesis. And once you find out you can get it to a certain level, you push a little more and you can get to another level. So you just get better over time, and it helps tremendously.
Yeah, there's only so much the drug is going to do for you. At some point, you have to make a decision in your mind and start fighting back. That's what Rock City is all about. It's about fighting back against the disease and not rolling over and letting it take over your body and your mind. So this was the great part about Rock City Boxing. It's really exciting, and can't wait to bring it to the table for here in Rhode Island and New England. So what we'll be doing is we'll be doing lots of cognitive movements and like balance, left brain, right brain exercises, those type of things. As we know, Parkinson's usually attacks one side of the brain more than the other, and that's why we usually get frozen up. With Mike, it's the left side. I'm sure about how you, Paul, right? John, which side is your bad side?
Left.
Left side?
Yeah, but he has his left leg freezes. Yeah.
What do you see? Right side?
You're really?
Are you right-handed?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's almost like a blessing, right? Because the forces usually use the bad side, right?
A lot of times.
Yeah. I'm sure you try to avoid it as much as
Amazing
possible.
what you can do when you're forced to do it.
Yeah. So that's what this program is all about. It's about trying to get you to understand that you can do things that you think you cannot do. Not give in to the disease. It's called Rock City Boxing, but I'd say about, less than half of it is really going to be about boxing. We do all kinds of fun activities. and it's going to be a really nice, safe place for people to come that are all on the same page and understanding what they're dealing with, and they can support each other, push each other through the situation, and improve their lives outside of the gym, not only here. Let's do a little get to know you session so we can know who's here and where we're from, what we're all about. All right. So let's start with myself. My name is Richard Gingras. I'm originally from Boston. I live here in Lincoln, Rhode Island. My wife now. We've owned Fight Fitness for about close to 3 years now, which is a health club based around group exercises. It's a boxing gym, but it's not a fighting boxing gym. I say 80% of our, probably about 70% of our clientele base is women. And we just give people a fun exercise, come in here and work out so they don't have to go on a treadmill and get redundant. So they're paying, say, the price of one personal training session. They pay per month here, and they get the benefit of sharing the PT with the group. And so, that was our vision, and that's what we've done here. And this is just a new fun outlet that we get to try and play with and bring to the community.
My name is Mike Quaglia, and the reason I'm here is because I was desperate. It was really over 3 months ago. I needed to make a change in my life or give into the disease. My wife is supporting me, my daughter is supporting me, and they knew, and I was hiding it for years of not really dealing with the disease. And I found Rock Steady Boxing, the video, and I just fell in love with the program. And I met these two wonderful people. They helped bring it here, and they helped push me and bring it here. And as you said, 3.5 months later, the symptoms are much better, and I just can't wait for the next 3.5 months. And I want to get more people involved in the program as possible because it really helps. So, Mike, I can't wait for you to get going as a former Bishop fan guy and an athlete. You're gonna love it that bad.
Hi, I'm Liz. I'm really good friends with Erin, so I came here today with her, really supporting her and her family. So,
Yeah. So I'm Erin. My mom has Parkinson's. My grandmother had a similar disease, Shy-Drager. So I'm really familiar with neurological disorders and part of APDA. And just excited to try this out and see if it's something my mom will be comfortable or able to do today, and report back to her. So.
I'm Donna. I'm Michael's wife, and what's it?
I'm Carissa. I'm Michael's daughter. I'm going to nursing school right now, and eventually I want to go into neurology so I can help people like my dad and like all of you. And that's it.
I'm Kyle Gordon. I found out about Rock Steady Boxing from my mom. I teach martial arts, and I never knew that something like this, I mean, punching is punching, kicking is kicking. I never knew that something like this can actually help Parkinson, so I'm actually really excited to help you guys out.
Hi, I'm Mike Asian. This is my wife, Gail, and we saw Rock Steady Boxing up in Montreal. I got to try it out a little bit, and I've been waiting for it to come to this area for a while, so I'm looking forward to this.
I'm Gail.
Don't be bad.
Hi, I'm Georgia, and
Okay.
18 months ago, I started a company that is focusing on how technology can help more patients and their families who suffer from neurological diseases. In my very difficult road in trying to take off the company, I had the fortune of meeting some very good and interesting people. Among them, it was Mike. It was a great Mike. I always feel so much better after meeting you. I never told you that, but I think this is the appropriate moment that I can share that. Before we had our first meeting, I was almost ready to quit the effort. Because, you know, after trying and punching the doors that I want to open, they didn't open for me. But after meeting you, and you told me about, I mean, you share the same excitement that I share about the things that we're developing, and you're so much willing to try these things, and you could see the value. I said, okay, if at least I can make a difference in one person's life, I will keep doing that. So I'm very happy that you agreed to try our little products that we have right now. I'm very happy that you invited us here because we know that exercise is very, very important. It's one of the elements often neglected by clinicians, not because they do not know about it, because they have limited time and they have other things to focus. So I'm very happy being here today, and I'm looking forward to see how we can collaborate in the future with this program.
Hello everyone, my name is Spiros. I'm George's wife. Husband. And we have too much wine yesterday. So I'm a Parkinson's doctor. I've been taking care of patients and studying Parkinson's disease since 1997. I've seen the miracles of exercise, and I also share a passion, my wife's passion around using technology and exercise and combining these two elements to try to make patients' lives better. So I wish you all a great time here. I'm a member of a similar club. It's a little far for me to travel all the way from Boston. It's one of the greatest. It makes me feel excellent every time I do this. Every time I take. Yeah. So I'll share. So yeah. So it's. And I saw this Rocksteady booth that was on display in the World Parkinson's Conference in Montreal. It was pretty exciting. So I'm here to support all of you and wish you good luck.
Hi, I'm Lucy. I've had Parkinson's since 2005, and my granddaughter, who is a good friend of Alicia and her husband, told me about this, and I'm anxious to try. My daughter, Kathy.
Hi, I'm Kathy. I'm also grateful for Taylor and for David for thinking of her in introducing this program, which I think is going to really, really help her. So she won't be getting as frustrated. Getting back to doing the things we always do.
Golfing.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm Steve Chapdelaine, and I was diagnosed a few years ago, and just forced to retire not too long ago. I was a pretty active international domestic corporation pilot, and so we stopped the flying because I could feel things changing, and so time was marching on. So now I'm more active with, at this point in time, with a co-leadership role in the Attleboro Support Group, Parkinson's Support Group, right in Attleboro, Massachusetts. So that's where people find me now, and kind of enjoy trying to give as much to them, and I definitely promote exercise. We try our best to emphasize the positive aspects of exercise, because I've been involved with martial arts for 13 years, and it hid the Parkinson's for quite a while. But I knew something was happening, and my first symptom was in my shoulders. That's what first showed up. So anyways, I stay active with that, and thought I'd come on down, and got Mike to come with me, and come visit and support your operation here.
My name is John. I'm only 84 years old. I taught school for 50 years. PhD middle school, 17 college. I coached 9 sports. I was 2 Hall of Fames, teach the year, in 2 movies. I used to work 90 hours, I didn't get tired, but now I get exhausted. I get tired, now I get exhausted.
That's the thing that he says bothers him about the Parkinson's disease, is he doesn't get tired now. He used to work hours and hours and hours on end, but now he just gets exhausted.
Yeah, push-ups. All kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I think he had 1,000 points a day. He used to do exercises that added up to 1,000. So, I mean, he was so strong and healthy, and that's the thing that gets him.
Thank you.
I'm Nancy Leonard, I'm John's wife, and John's a former phys ed teacher, retired. I'm a phys ed teacher, former, retired. My son Scott is a current phys ed teacher in Johnston. So we know the value of exercise, and I'm glad you came and mentioned about technology, because he goes down to the University of Rhode Island to work with the speech therapy students and the physical therapy students all the time. And when they go in for their meetings, a lot of the wives and husbands will sit around, and we're always coming up with, well, I wonder if they have to make the speech so they speak a little more clearly. Is there some kind of technology that can be used to enhance the speech and make it clearer? And because some of the people down there, really, the speech is really starting to, be a little bit slurred and a little hard to understand. So we're always asking those questions about, even karaoke machines and how do you hook them up, or what would be the best brain games, for the cognitive. And we have all these kind of technical questions, iPads, and just even how to use them, because a lot of people, when they have Parkinson's, they're older now and they don't know how to use the technology. So we always have all those kinds of questions coming up, about physical things and videos on TV. How do you do that? They don't know. So I'm happy to see that you're here and you're still pushing forward. So you go, girl.
Yeah, she got introduced me already, but
oh yeah.
John's son Scott, phys ed teacher. I had a little bit of history of boxing in the past, and so here to support him and have some fun.
Hi, my name is Pat Clays. I'm a recent diagnosis, 2 months. I probably had it for a year and a half, but I have a torn rotator too, so that kind of masks the symptoms. But I'm going to physical therapy for that. I had a cortisone shot, which really loosened up my shoulder and arm. So I'm doing well with therapy. I'm a former athlete, but haven't really been an athlete. I play softball. I have played 3 games so far this season. So I'm trying to do what I can do. I hope to get on the golf course soon with my shoulder feeling a lot better. They think I get out by August. I'm looking to find anything that will help me, hold off the symptoms and exercise. I've been told by many people is the case. That's why I'm here.
2 months.
Yeah, March 21st. And I probably had symptoms for a year and a half, but didn't realize it because of the shoulder.
It's on your right side.
I went to physical therapy for 7 months. They couldn't, nothing got, they couldn't get it back. I went to orthopedic. He said, try these exercises. And until I started having some tremors in February, actually in January, that's when I realized something was wrong. Went to neuro health. They had me go to Dr. Friedman, the butler, and diagnosed me right away. And so, I'm not going to let it dictate what I can do. And, so this sounded like I went to the group therapy in Kent County, and Rich was there. And I saw Rich a month before I met him, Mike, and that was 1 month till the demonstration. I noticed a big difference. Big difference. Not even his balance, but his confidence. That's what I noticed the most. So I saw good results. That's why I'm here.
I do want to bring up one more point about the voice. When you push exercise, you're breathing heavier, it opens up your vocal cords. And your voice becomes stronger over time as well. So it helps out so many ways.
My name is Alyssa Gingras. I'm Rich's wife. I have my undergrad in exercise science, my master's in clinical exercise physiology. I worked in cardiac rehab and Parkinson's rehab over at Strain Memorial for about a year until this place kind of blew up too much. I had to step away. So I've kind of done the Parkinson's rehab before, but it wasn't like this. It was sitting in a chair, lifting 1 foot up. It was very, very different. It wasn't releasing those dopamine levels. So I really think that this program is going to help So I've seen, I've been with patients that have been right out of heart surgery, and so I'm very familiar with the older population as well. So I'm excited for you guys.
Like you were saying, most therapy for people with Parkinson's is that kind of therapy. It's sitting and standing. This is going to be kind of the opposite. We're going to try and push people and get them to release the dopamine and push them further than they think they can be pushed. And we do other things as well, like realistic stuff. You can teach people how to fall the correct way, so you don't hit your face and break your teeth, your nose, how to get up out of chairs, and everyday living stuff. And this program is going to be great. I'm really excited about it. Lots of support. It's going to help so many different areas of your life. And it's introducing neuroplasticity, which is huge for people with Parkinson's. And if you don't know much about neuroplasticity, it means it's just your brain that's not being used, is picking up the workload that's being left behind of the lazy part of your brain. So we're trying to introduce that to your bodies and your minds. And so what we wanted to do today was just get to know everybody get comfortable with the gym, as well as us get comfortable with you guys. Hopefully you go out and tell your friends and other people and who they know with Parkinson's about what we're doing here. We're going to be opening on June 7th. This is going to be our first class at 11 a.m. It's going to be a 1-hour class. What we're going to be doing before that, we have a sign-up sheet. We're going to try and schedule people for assessment and evaluation, so we can figure out what kind of how bad their symptoms may be. Because once this system starts kicking off, we're going to have 4 different levels of classes. They can be PD 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 and 2 are pretty similar. They're mild symptoms like Mike and Steve and Mike, and then you have like 3 and 4, which are a little more more advanced symptoms like John and Lucy. So at first, with it being a new business, not knowing how many people are going to be here, we're just going to have one big class. We have plenty of help, plenty of volunteers, and it's going to go very smoothly. And as it grows, we start drifting off into other classes and breaking them up into so you get more volunteers per person, and more attention, and other things like that. So that's kind of where we're at right now. I'd like to do a little demonstrating of boxing. You guys have an idea what we're going to do. So when we get a sip of water, kind of mingle a little bit, we'll get it together, okay? So we've been doing it for almost a decade, as well as working with many different levels of symptoms with people with Parkinson's. I mean, we must have worked with 60 people out there. It's unbelievable. It was really touching. It was probably the most rewarding thing I've ever done in my life. So these are called hand wraps, Mexican hand wraps, and this is just basically the same idea of an ace bandage. All it does is holds your phalanges and all the muscles in place, so you don't have any injuries. All right. So what we're doing is we just keep grabbing people's hands, teach them how to do it. And when Mike started, so we'll be teaching you guys how to do this and helping you, because Mike has a problem with his left hand. That's his bad side.
Plus, it's never good enough for Rich. He likes it perfect.
Yeah. Perfectionist. And Mike will do a sloppy job on it.
Okay, all right.
Mike's nervous. He's a salesman. I don't know what he's nervous about.
I usually talk one-on-one, but...
That's all right, buddy.
As you can see, Rich is wrapping my hand. He goes, everyone's going to have a pamphlet, and it's going to show how to wrap your hands.
We'll be teaching you guys how to do it, because it's going to be complicated at first. What this is going to do is going to keep you from twisting your wrists, hurting your knuckles, and all the above. keep it nice and straight. No trembling. No shaking. So with this being Mike's bad side, you should be using this twice as often as the right side. But he won't listen to me. The hell do I know? Alright.
And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be getting a speed bag and the heavy bag as well. I'm going to show you guys how to put on your boxing gloves as well. Now, Mike, have you ever done boxing before? Any other boxing? You know, with gloves. No gloves?
Did you ever win any?
I was pretty good at one time.
Are you right-handed, Mike?
Yeah.
Pat, how about you? Any boxing ever?
No. Baseball, football, basketball, golf, whatever.
John, how about you?
Football, basketball, baseball, golf.
All the classics.
So as you can see, this. That'll take a few weeks to learn that. As you can see, that's great for your hand-eye coordination. Left brain, right brain. He's going from one side to the other. He's also shifting his weight if you're watching. There's so many different benefits that this is going to have. Give it a shot.
Never do that.
Just remember, square your feet up, and it's a speed bag, not a heavy bag, so don't be hard. Just make sure your fist is nice and tight. So this is your hinge.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Looks like you hinge your elbow doesn't move.
Oh, you don't?
Bang. So basically, the bag was pushing through the bag. Just like this. Look, see this? Look. See, basically just punch through it. And it's not eyes. You just gotta trust that the bag is there. Punch where the bag was. Let it So this is going to be great for everybody. We're eventually going to have a speed bag system that has a crank on, so we can drop it up and down. That way people like John can hit it. You know, there's many things he can do from his chair. He can do just as many things as everybody else. Let's glove up. Yeah. So we encourage your caretakers, for lack of better words, to come with you, take class with you. Relax. So these are focus pads.
This is everybody's favorite part of the workout usually.
Yeah, usually. It's the fun part.
What about Richard Brown, the boogeyman outfit? We'll explain more about that later.
Nobody likes boogeyman. Alright, get in the boxing stance. So he's right-handed, so his left foot's going to be forward, so he's leading with his weak arm. Which happens to be the frozen side. So you can work on the jab, keep your foot on the floor. And the right hand. So he's thinking about his balance. He's using both sides of his brain. Keeping him guessing. move after you punch, right? So we throw a left, right, and make a move, okay? Which way do you go, you know? Alright, so he's going to move right. Finishes right, he moves right. Alright? Finishes right, he moves right. Finishes to left, he's going to move left. Alright? He's going to move left now. So, there you go. Punch it right where his head used to be. Want anybody with Parkinson in the head. Don't need any more neural damage, you know?
Can't hurt us.
Right hand. Move your head. I'm still one touch. That's it. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Keep going. Keep going. Forced exercise. Let's go uppercuts. Come on, there you go. A little over the right side. And punch on the body. There you go. Come on, move. Shuffle. So heavy breathing's going on now. Go the other way. Come on. You're down on me now. Watch your balance, watch your feet. Weights on your toes. Do it again. Do it 3 more times. 3. See, he wants to give up. This is force. 2. Let's keep this straight going. He's done yet. He's done yet. Save it, clapping. Nice and low. One side. There you go, right there. Relax. Relax. Turn your shoulders. There you go. Pick up the heels.
All right, Mike.
Pick up one side. Squat, pick up the other. There you go. There you go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. So he's working both sides of his brain, he's working on his balance. 1. Good.
And that will help your voice start breathing like this.
Yeah, what's he doing? What?
It'll help your voice out tremendously down the road. So the heavy breathing I'm doing now, and hopefully take for over the chords. If I don't die.
So obviously there was condensed versions, so it would be like that all the time. I'm not going to beat everybody up, so just about, okay? So a few little things we'll be doing, alright? Huh? Yeah, good job. Good job, alright, so you got any best? Gonna get on? You can do it right from your chair if you want.
Take it to the point.
Someone? Good? Now nice and tight. Go in there. Son of a bitch, you good.
Are you related to?
Scare me, buddy. You right-handed? You're lefty. Oh, so far, huh? Alright, so you're going to be jabbing with this hand, okay? See the jab. Alright, see the jab. Alright. Now I want you to drive it straight through. Alright, so when you throw it, your hands are up. Yes, stick it like that. Bang. Alright? Yeah, lock your elbow, just like that. Just like that, see? Bang. For this one, just like that, alright? Take it easy on me. I'm trying it. Good job. Bang. Good job. Bang.
There you go.
Hey. Alright, now we'll go left. How about your right hook? Tag it. Hook. Yeah. How about your left hook? Right, left, straight. Here, here. 1, 2. Now keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep it going, keep it going. 15 seconds, a little faster jump. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. 12, faster, 11, 10, 9, go on, go on. 8, 7, 6, 5, come on, 5, 4, 3, 2, yeah!
Then we're going to take a couple shots at Rich. Hey, would you like to?
I'm not sure if
You sure? Yeah.
I don't like one, dude.
my therapist might not
Steve,
like
okay,
it.
go
Steve,
sit
you
down.
want to put it out?
Steve.
You get a little shot?
Once again, when you're helping out anybody with Parkinson putting their gloves on, if you notice, Rich is holding the glove like this, it opens, you can put your hand down and push it.
You want to push it down nice and tight, push your thumbs in the thumb hole. Get over there, Steve. You ready? Right hand, you ready? Hands up. Alright, so your jab's always going to be your left. Alright? Just stick it straight in. Okay, so what I want you to do is put the right foot behind you. See my stance? So when you're jabbing, guys, you want to step in with the left foot. So my waist is on my back foot, and it's called squishing the bug. Just want to squish the bug. See? Take a little step as you punch. Your hand up, press on the fence. There you go. Bang. Bang. There it is. There it is. Hand up, hand up. That's close, right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. Look right in. Now stay in stance. Hit it. What? Yeah. There you go. There you go. Over the right. Yeah. 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 Lay me a chin on your back. Yeah. There you go. How about left, right? Do it again. Woo! 10 times. 9 more. 8 more. 7. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, done. So we've been doing all kinds of stuff, guys. There's so much we've been doing.
We just had a new
remember?
Yeah.
I'm Mike.
Sandy.
Sandy.
Sandy. Mike and Rich.
Where are you from, Sandy?
Warwick.
Warwick? You have Parkinson's?
Yeah, I've had it for about 6 years.
Yeah? How old are you?
Right now, 45.
It's a young onset. Were you at the...
Last week? No, I couldn't make it. I had a track.
How'd you hear about it?
Through Mary Ellen, the website.
Email?
Facebook.
Good. Yes. What's nice to have you? So we were just talking about the program. Do you know anything about RSBNE boxing?
Just what I've read.
Did you see videos on it or anything?
Yeah, I did. I was reading about somebody who had done it for out in the Midwest.
Yep.
So then when I saw that, yeah.
So we went out to Indianapolis a few weeks back. We got certified out there. And we met people that were volunteering with Parkinson's that had been on hospice a year before that, which is unbelievable. I mean, hospice is preparing you for death, trying to make you comfortable. Basically, they've given up with them, and they're, I think it was a sibling. I think that the person on hospice, their sibling actually, or their wife or what it was, brought them to Ross State Boxing as like a last resort, or at least does some fun and die with some dignity. And within, I mean, it had only been a year and he was already volunteering and walking around. It's unbelievable. So this program is about forced exercise and how it's about improving their life. Unfortunately, even if they found a cure for Parkinson's right now, it would take so long for it to be approved that most people with Parkinson's would be passed by the time it would be approved. And it's been, what, 300 million or billion?
300 million, 450 million, I think it is now.
$450 million have been paid towards finding a cure, which is great, and that's what we need. But unfortunately, everybody that has Parkinson's right now will probably never ever see the benefits of having a cure, even if they came out with one. So what we're trying to do is improve the quality of life right now. You know, and what this is going to do, it's not only going to make your symptoms better, but it's going to slow it right down. And like I said, quality of life. Everything you're going to do here, you're going to be able to travel to your living home, be getting better, happier, and healthier. And give you guys a good support system to get here. You guys are all on the same page.
So basically, the class is basically going to consist of a lot of stretching when you start off, a lot of stretching with all type. Then we go into some cardio work as well. Agility drills, and as Rich said, it's really only like 20% boxing, but that 20% is a lot of fun and intense when you do it. They have we do things called battle runs, we do the lineup and they hit the bag and
as fast as hard as you can in competitions. You know, so you get a long break, but when you're working, you're working. You know, so we're just gonna try and tap into everything. We're gonna try and tap into your fighting spirit, which I think is probably one of the most important parts of this whole program. And your cardiovascular strength, and muscle strength, and endurance, and releasing dopamine. So we're trying to tap into all those different avenues within your body, not just about your spirit, and the fight spirit.
Speaking of spirit, who thinks Parkinson just absolutely sucks? It sucks. And if you're ready to fight for that, this is it. This is going to help you. You're going to love it, trust me. Because this has been a godsend for me, and I want to get it to everybody. I want everybody to feel the same way I feel about the program, because it's helped me tremendously. I can't get that across strong enough, really. One of the biggest disappointments I have with this is I didn't take care of it 8 years ago when I first got diagnosed. Taking care of it now. This means a lot to me, and I want people to feel the same way, and I hope you all do.
And it's tough because Parkinson's is a chronic disease, and you're going to die with it. And, it's progressive, but we can slow it down and stop the progression, or at least slow it down as much as possible. You get some fighting spirit, have some fun doing it. And unfortunately, there is no blood test or specific neurological exam to really pinpoint that you have Parkinson's. So a lot of times it comes with depression and anxiety and kind of I don't have Parkinson's. I've always had trouble with my left side, or I've had surgery, or Lyme disease, or there's all kinds of different reasons to convince you that you don't have Parkinson's. I think that's what makes it so amazing that you're here. We point you out, but after 2 months of diagnosis, you're already taking charge and getting aggressive about it, looking towards improving your quality of life. It's amazing. Because a lot of times people they kind of drift away from their family and their friends and try and hide as long as they can.
And I just want to step back about anxiety. I mean, I'm sure that struck a chord with everybody with Parkinson's in this room, because you try to hide your symptoms if you can, because you don't really want them to show. You don't. I never wanted them to show, but they did. Right. And I didn't start dealing with my anxiety until this year. And what this program does as well, punching the bag, you feel better, you feel confident, you feel stronger, it's empowering. And to hit that bag and just punching the bag saying, Parkinson's going to kick your ass, it feels good. Because you can kick his ass, you can. Trust me, you can. If you just want to fight it. So this is not my emotional speech here, but I mean, the anxiety, this will help clear up the anxiety. And as well as some techniques that I've learned how to deal with anxiety through meditation, through breathing exercises, through calming yourself down. Because when you speak in front of a group, you can get anxiety. Little tricks like take a deep breath and you get your voice back. If you're talking to somebody on the phone, you get nervous, you start stuttering, take a deep breath and get your voice back. Little things like that, it goes a long way. And this is what we can help you guys with, and I can't wait to get this program really off the ground in 2 weeks.
June 6th, 7th.
June 7th is going to be the first class. We encourage caretakers.
Is that Saturday?
Yeah.
It's on Saturday. It's at 11 a.m. It'll be 1 hour long.
Every Saturday at 11 a.m.
Every Saturday.
Until it picks up, then we're going to add more and more classes throughout the week.
Which I anticipate it growing very fast. I'm optimistic, but I think we're the only ones doing the system right now around here. And it's a huge population of Parkinson's in the Northeast and one of the largest around.
The next closest one is Lawrence, Mass. So they're not.
Exactly.
You get a lot of people to draw from here.
Yeah. So I mean, we have lots of people that are in need of something like this, and we're really excited to bring it here for everybody. We're really excited about it.
And how is it going to grow? Because I want you guys to try it. First class is free.
Yep.
You can come and try it, and I mean, most people will fall in love with this thing, and they'll start telling their friends about it. That's how this happened here.
And obviously, it's only one class, because when you start a new business, you can't anticipate how many people may or may not show up. So that being said, you don't want to stretch yourself out too thin. We're going to start off with 1 class a week. We're going to start off with a punch card. So you'll be able to purchase a 10-class punch card for $60. And obviously, as we grow and we start adding more classes, we're going to go into a membership scenario, just like we have here at Fight the Fitness for my members, where they have scan cards and they have a membership where they pay a $59 membership per month when their classes are unlimited. So that's what we're anticipating on doing in the very near future, even to the point where we might take over the top floor here for just a Rocksteady boxing, so it's on the main level, so we don't have to worry about
There's a ramp
people
on that side. So.
Yeah, we have a ramp, we have access, we have bathrooms up there. It's the same exact setup and size as this right here. But it will be on the main floor, so we don't have to worry about folks falling on the way down the hill. So we've already spoken with the owner of the building about that, and he doesn't want me to go anywhere. So I'm sure that he will make it happen for me, and if not, we will find a bigger place and get a place for it. That's how much faith I have in this program. It really is.
And as far as finding somebody that is compassionate about the program that doesn't have Parkinson's, these two people really, as you can tell, they're pretty sincere about this, and they want to help as well. So.
Rich came home the night, I didn't go to the information on Indianapolis, I guess, our time, but Rich went with Mike. He came home and at least 10 times that night he broke out into tears, just because how much it affected him and how much he wanted to help people. So it really, he's excited, really excited about this program. It really affected everyone out there.
The big thing is sociability, the big thing is
Sociability.
Big number one.
Sociability. That's the big thing. To be in a class with other people that have the same.
That was absolutely.
They would
Yeah.
meet, what, for lunch before, go out to
That was
lunch
amazing. We were out
after?
in Minneapolis, there was, 40, 50 people there showing up, and they all know each other were, and they were, like I said, they were all on the same page, and they were all fighting the same fight, and they were supporting each other, and pushing each other through it, it was amazing.
Anybody have a question or anything they'd like to bring up?
I have a question. The physician's medical release form, you want that filled out?
That needs to be filled out.
It has to be filled out before the class, right?
Before the first class.
And he just has to sign the waiver and.
Yes, and then
you have information for yourself that he fills out about.
so we know what the symptoms are at. We'd like
Yeah.
for everyone that's interested to sign up. We have a sign-up sheet for an assessment. That's going to be with Mike or maybe with Steve, who is not here today, but.
And we have lots of brochures that we would love for you to take with you and pass out, bring to your now doctor when you go there to get cleared. You can pass this word.
Doug and Jan.
Doug and Jan.
Hey, Doug and Jan.
Doug and Jan, how you doing? Who's Doug and Jan? How are you guys? Good.
Hey, Doug. Actually, I think I've met Doug and Jan at the APA. And you guys want to introduce yourself to the group? Can you guys introduce, I know it's quick notice, but can you introduce yourself to the group?
Yeah, I'm Jan. I was diagnosed with Parkinson's a couple of years ago. And I'm interested in seeing what this is about. We saw your presentation at the OPD meeting. It was really impressive.
I'm Doug. I've had Parkinson's for about 10 years.
So were you there as well, Bill?
Yes, 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
Yes.
So they were at the Young Onset Parkinson's support group in West Forward at Kent?
Kent, yes.
At Kent, yeah. We basically did the same exact thing we've done here. So that's where we met John, right? Yeah. So. As well, yeah.
They're married. They met at our.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
They met at our. Parkinson's support group.
Welcome at PD.com.
Yeah. That's great. That's great. So.
How long have you been married?
6 months.
Well, we'll talk to you guys a little after the class. Is there any questions? Anybody concerns?
There's got to be a question. Go for it.
As far as the boxing gloves and everything, do you purchase those ahead of time?
So we're going to have them on hand that we want everybody to purchase from us. They'll be cheap.
Oh,
It's good,
Yep.
yeah.
So that they have their own. We have wraps as well. Just like our business here, we try to get people, we encourage people to purchase their own.
Do we need those for the June 7th?
Not necessarily.
We have
If we have, we'll have some, and you can get them here.
They make steak, that's the only thing.
Yeah, so like I said, we have loners, but we have people that don't buy their own gloves
for the first time.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like I said, we're going to be starting off real slow, and we're going to gain momentum to keep that ball rolling. And obviously, the more familiar, the more the fundamentals you guys pick up as we go, the better you will get. And as new people come through the door, you will be assisting them and making them stronger and better as well, which will, you teach once, learn twice. So we can help each other a lot. So, any other questions?
So the mitts you can buy here on June 7th when you come. If you want to get like the block pads.
Yeah, like those?
Yeah, do you sell those too? Or should we buy those?
We won't have them on the 7th, but yes, we have many of them.
I mean, like at home to like work on it. Like,
yeah.
Just get our own for you.
Yep. Yeah, so we can have all those in inventory.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. You'll have those in inventory too, yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Any other questions?
You mentioned caretaker.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
Eddie. Any family member.
Any
We
family
just
member?
use caretaker. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just lack of better words. A caretaker is basically a spouse or a sibling or
Right,
Just
just
a
is that
child.
coming to help or to assist or to
exactly.
just to take?
Yeah, so I mean,
Well, if
we encourage you to come in and work out with them.
Okay.
With them, you know, and create that and strengthen that bond. You know? So, any other questions? Nothing.
Thank you guys for doing this. It's awesome.
I know.
Yeah.
If you have a Facebook account, I want you guys to friend me and like Rocksteady Boxing New England, and we'll stay in touch that way. It's the best way to find out what's going on.
Friend all of us, yeah.
And I'm fighting for the light heavyweight New England title. 2 weeks from yesterday, a Twin River main event. A very exciting fight. I'm a much more aggressive fighter than I am in my personality. I'm surprised. So we have tickets that we'll be selling, and I'm also going to be donating some of my purse too.
Oh yeah, you'll see him the next morning. The next day we have our first
Yeah, I'm
class.
teaching class.
That's right.
So the day off, I'll be here teaching class the day after my fight. So, you know, hopefully I won't have any stitches or anything.
I was going to say you're brave to come in.
I'll do my best. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
So we were discussing with Mike when we first met him that because we have developed this mobile application, and this mobile application is a series of very simple tests. Every test lasts for 30 seconds, and it looks more like a game, less than a test. So basically it monitors the motor performance, and we were discussing earlier that we would like to do a study, scientific study. So for everyone who participates in the boxing class, we would like them to use the mobile application before and after and monitor them for a 3-month period to see if we can see performance in, if we can see improvement in their motor performance through the exercise. And our mobile application will be used as a scientific evidence to write papers about that. So
Now,
yeah.
does everybody know what a mobile application is? It's a phone app.
Oh, I can
Right?
show you. It's a
everybody has smartphones now. You know what an app is. Do you know what an app is? And most people. Unfortunately,
for this type of study, you don't need to buy your own Samsung, because this is for Android. So we will bring the device to you, and this is how the test. Yeah, this is how.
Back right out of it, right onto the main screen.
Okay.
So this is an app. These are all apps right here.
These are little small items.
So Parkinson's is an older folks' disease. And, smartphones are new devices, right? So I know my parents have a lot of struggle with this. So these are apps. They're applications. So these are all apps that are just applications to where you can press on Facebook, Instagram, all the other things you can do. So
this is how the test looks like. So I would like to show that.
Press on the app.
So I just pressed on the icon, and then I just pressed. So this is one of the tests. So it's a very easy and simple thing. So basically, what this test is all about, you tap on the screen, and I hit the start button. It asks you if you're going to use your left or your right hand. I'm going to click right. I'm hitting OK. And then, now I'm going to tap. So this is how it's going to look. The idea is to tap as fast as you can between these two targets.
That's accurate.
And as accurate as you can. So I'm starting doing that for 30 seconds, as fast as I can.
Are you using your good hand?
You have to use both.
Yes.
It's too bad.
So we're using both. So first I'm using it with right, and then I'm going to repeat the test with my left hand. So the idea is that the tapping, there is a whole research behind it that says that tapping is an indicator of your motor performance. So what we're hoping to see is that exercise helps you with your motor performance, but we need to find a way to measure that. and this test is what it's doing.
It's just going to gauge it so we can chart something.
So and this is how it looks. So now I just did the test and it gives me a report. So it tells me that I did 120 taps.
I want Mike to try it.
Yes.
So Mike, when you started, you did like what, 80, and then
Yes.
you're up to what?
I was telling stories about it, and now
Almost
he's
double.
doing so much better. So
Mike's going to try. I want you to do it with your left hand.
I knew you were going to say
Mike's going to do it with his great hand, his left one.
No, not that one.
So he started at 80 and now he's up to 140.
that's true.
depending on the day.
Wow, that's awesome though. It's showing improvement.
One thing that I want to bring up, if you were introduced to this program through Mary Ellen and the RIPDA, wait before you sign up for this program because Mary Ellen has to discuss this with them as well. I'm sure it's going to be fine, but this is one thing I just want to bring up.
Oh, you mean this study?
Yes.
Yeah. Do we have to do it on your phone? We can't download the app on ours?
You can.
Oh, we can.
I just want to make things easier for people that they do not want to purchase or they do not have a Samsung phone. And
So if I have one,
I can
and then he
send
can
it.
use it, it'll just be another one for him to use, or anybody
Yes,
else could.
I will
Could
send
somebody
you-
else use it?
Sure.
And yes, of course, anybody, but the point is that we would like the patient to use it, and I can send you the link, you download it, and you have it there, and you can use it. So he can use it at home.
Oh, to practice.
As a practice, yes, because that's the idea.
Right.
The practice makes you better, so it's fine motor skills. People, for example, who have Parkinson's and they play instruments, they tend to do so much better.
Oh, wow.
So there's no way that somebody can practice these fine motor skills. So this is a simple test that you can play with it.
No, so this is a way to monitor how much boxing can help. With tapping, boxing helps with all, and exercise helps with so many different things, but it can help you with, if it can help you with a single, very, very simple movement, this is great scientific evidence that can be published and shared, and really form the basis for making sure that the scientific community buys into this in a very, very robust manner. So it's justification.
And they also discussed with me that you can help monitor your fluctuations during the day if you do it certain ways during the day.
Yes.
So we see our doctors every 6 months, most of us, and we can have a lot of data where they can see us and adjust our medication to have better work.
During your study, are you just going to do it before the boxing?
We're going to do it before the boxing.
Yeah. And
after the boxing, and we're going to continue tracking the data for 3 months period, because I don't know if you noticed when Mike was talking about his personal story, he said that after 3 months he started feeling so much better. So we want to base the study on what we think that it's going to be the good time frame to start seeing some very good improvement. So that's why we need to monitor these people for 3 months.
But you wouldn't want them practicing this in between. You would just want them to do it at boxing?
I mean, for the study,
That's what I'm wondering.
yes, for the study, we need to do the specific protocol, and for but that does not exclude that he can do it at home as well.
Everything's time stamped, so you can.
So we will know
Because
exactly.
every time you do it,
It's time
it's
stamped.
time stamped.
So we will know when he do it, and it was in relation, in combination with the exercise, and when he's doing that at home in his
I see.
time.
So it's a series of 4 different. So if you go to the neurologist, they'll tell you tap your fingers, do this and do this. So this is exactly what this app does. So the tapping and even reaction time. So these are typical neurological tests.
I need my meds too. It's 112, I want bigger.
Yes, you did, baby. I'm telling you, I saw your scores. I know from where you started and where you are right now.
And this measures a lot more than just how many times you tap. So it measures, it has capabilities to measure the speed of tapping, the variability, how much time your fingers spend on the screen. So it's a scientific tool. It's not a game. It looks like a game, and it's a simple game.
Yeah, and we made it that way because we want to make it as simple as possible so that people do not feel the burden using.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes with, since we need to talk with Mary Ellen, but since we are all here together, I just wanted to share what we are thinking. It may happen, it may not, but we'll
And for folks that don't have their own phones and smartphones, we can give them some tablets for the purpose of the study, so they can have them and they can do the test for the duration of the study.
Really?
If I understand Rich right, for us mature crowd, you're going to help us get rid of these smartphones.
We're gonna help you. We're gonna help you understand what you're missing.
So do you need our email? There's no class next Saturday. It starts the 7th, which will be 2 weeks, right? Yeah. After you fight, I can't believe you're going to be. Are you going to be here? Looking just like this.
2 weeks from yesterday is my friend. 2 weeks from today is the first class.
Wow. Knock them out. Yeah, go get them. Knock them out.
If you're ready. Alright, I think that's it.
If you came in late, I'll talk to you guys out there tomorrow. But if you have any other questions, I mean, we'll send around if you have any other questions. If you want to talk in private, I'll be glad to do that as well. Thank you all for coming, and I hope you enjoyed the presentation. Oh, everybody come in for a Rock City boxing.
Y'all have the garbage. Wow, come in the middle.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Hey, that was sweet, lady. 3, Rock City Boxing. 1, 2, 3. Rock City Boxing!